Uh, of course, I was quite surprised by the events today at Parliament. As my colleague has observed, the NRM has got the numbers. Okay, the other side had threatened to disrupt the proceedings, but it hadn't happened. So I thought probably the show of force was unnecessary, and it just gives the bill, the way it was passed, it just creates a bad impression that there was something sinister. But going back to the issues, I think, in my view, both sides have a point. And my honest desire would have been that they should have sat down and discussed where do they agree, where do they disagree, and can they reach a middle ground. Because the people who were opposed to the bill were raising the issue of efficiency in the ministry. And as we have observed, the ministry is already overloaded. They mentioned the crops and health, but they didn't mention even fisheries, which is also part of it. Fisheries, and we have seen and the cows, and we have seen the president creating a unit to fight the illegal fishing. People who are catching immature fish. But I'm telling you, if you go down Owino market right now, or Nakawa market, you'll be surprised at the amount of illegal, of immature fish on the market, in spite of that force, which I'm very sure the taxpayer is paying a fortune to sustain. And then the question is do we have efficient systems running? So personally, I thought that the government should have tried to say, okay, have we prepared the ministry? I was surprised at the last minute when they said they would not even create a time of transition. And that's going to be immediate. There was a rumor that the people in the NRM government felt they should not, if they create a 3-year transition, then it will get into the election campaign, and that you needed to sort it now, so that by the time of the campaign, things have quieted down. I don't know whether that's going to happen, but that was the rationale. But again, people who are saying that it's being politicized, I think they're also making political iteration in these decisions. And it was unfortunate that the speaker made comments which created the impression that she was not a neutral presiding officer to get the debate. You see, I believe the work of the speaker is to create an environment conducive for an objective debate. And finally, Parliament to take a rational decision, even to advise the head of state that, you know what, following our discussion, we believe you need to consider these matters. And that hasn't happened.
Okay.
Of course, the president, I'm sure, is unlikely to return it because, first of all, there are people who are opposed, when we're outnumbered and outfoxed. Then the government proceeded as they desired. Now, the challenge, of course, is going to be with the ministry, because the farmer in the village, in Irukomansimbi or in Zombo, his interest is one. Is the price going up? I can assure you, if by hard luck and there is a change in the international dynamics relating to coffee market.
Yes.
And the prices collapse. Obviously, the government will be blamed. They will not talk about the international dynamics, because now the government has insisted, and because the government has insisted, they can only hope that things remain positive, okay, and that the prices go up and up. The other point, of course, which I also feel a bit concerned, is that argument that the whole purpose of rationalizing agencies is to stop wastage and duplication. And you wonder why, for instance, I was reading the papers this week, and one of the issues that was reported in the New Vision was that the government is contemplating amending the Local Government Act to ensure that NRM chairpersons at all levels of local government actually are ex-official members of these councils. Say here you have the KCCA council, the local chairman of NRM will become an ex-official member. Now, by doing so, you are essentially bringing a huge number of people who are going to be paid, just like any other councillor. And then you are saying you are trying to stop wastage. At the same time, you have the health monitoring unit, and you have the Ministry of Health. Why haven't we integrated this monitoring unit into the ministry or the anti-corruption unit? If, for instance, we feel that the IGG is not going to do a good job, why do you instead appoint a parallel agency? Why don't you remove the people who are there and get these people and put them there? You know?
Interesting.
It doesn't make sense.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kakande. Very interesting.